to another episode of Working on a Pod. How we feeling? Megan and Daryl, thank you for a beautiful life.
Thank you for a
Thank
beautiful
you for a
life.
Love you
beautiful
so
life.
much. What's
Love
going
you.
on?
Love life. Grateful for life.
Feeling good, feeling calm.
Just working on myself.
Yeah.
I feel like I have a new doctor each week trying to solve me. I gave blood the other day. I'm working with this girl, Juliana. Juliana, she's amazing. And she's going to figure out my gut health and my hormones. So I'm about to test my poop. I'm about to test my breath, my blood, my sleep. I'm about to do it all because I want to be elite. I want to be a
Respect.
superhuman.
And y'all have Dr. Heidi. We've mentioned her before.
Chiropractor. She's
Chiropractor.
at our house.
on the podcast.
And we were having a conversation before this thing started. Daryl was mentioning some new chakra
Well, I don't know if
tools.
I don't know if it's new.
Well,
but
for me,
it's new for
when
you
you said it
guys.
to me, I
yes,
went,
yes.
pardon?
I'm wearing these green glasses because I'm working on my heart chakra. And I read somewhere once upon a time, that if you there's a thing called color therapy.
Mhm.
So you can have a bunch of different colored glasses to help you with your chakras. So I'm wearing these green glasses to help me with my heart chakra. And also, if you eat, if I wore a green shirt, I should go put on a green shirt. And if you eat the color green,
you know what it
I need
reminds me
some
of?
okra.
Dude, it reminds me of the Always Sunny episode where Frank is obsessed with blue. He's like, it has to be blue. Everything he's doing is blue. They must be referring to
Yes.
chakras.
This.
I had no idea. That's got to be. I guarantee. Rob probably heard someone having a conversation in LA of I'm just doing everything this color for my chakra. He's like, gotta use that for Frank.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm back in my. I also got some cupping done earlier this week.
Yeah, I saw that in class.
Yeah. And
It's nicer in here.
I'm back. I'm energy is everything, guys. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
It is.
Energy is everything.
Everything is energy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's on period.
So what has brought you to this new enlightenment that everything is energy?
What were the things I was during this cupping? I think I do a lot of projecting. I think I project a lot.
I feel like you might sometimes get lost in a Daryl universe, maybe once in a while.
Yeah.
Right? Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh
that's
yeah.
right.
Daryl does yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah, he does
It's okay. Safe space.
Sometimes he'll be in his own reality and then there is no other reality for a while. And we love that about him. Whether it's this is my new lifestyle, this is how I'm gonna eat, and this is the one, or this is the workout I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna do nothing else because nothing else works, and this is how it is, and this is the best way.
Balance is a tough thing for
Balance
me.
is tough for you, and I get that.
Fellow addict
Control,
over here.
yeah.
That's just kind of an addiction mindset.
Yeah.
You go all in. You go, this is my thing. And if I get a little taste of dopamine from something, I go, I'm going to do this.
Yeah, this
until
feels
I get
right.
burnt out.
Now he's been eating rice and beef and
I'm making my own dog bowls.
He's
My own
making
dog
his own
food.
dog
You can. I feel like that's good to use when you're in a pinch.
No, I'm gonna.
No, he
yeah.
does it for breakfast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
I don't know.
A beef bowl for breakfast?
Yeah.
That's such a dad move, I
it's
feel.
such a dad
I don't
move.
got time for this. Beef bowl.
Yeah.
It's pure protein, pure fuel. Put it in me.
Well, I mean, we're still on our, Hawaii's coming up, so we're still on our.
I have a private gig in Hawaii. I have a job coming up in Hawaii, and I turned it into a week-long vacation, and I'm bringing everybody.
Yeah, but for everybody else, they're concerned. They're like, why is everyone I gotta get ripped for Hawaii? Is there a photo shoot happening?
No,
What's going on?
No, it was just a nice thing. It happened at the beginning of the year. It happened at the beginning of the year when we found out about this, or at the end of last year. So we all went, oh, we're gonna make this our goal to
all the managers and everyone is shredded for Hawaii.
Yeah.
And my assistant said it the other day, and it was so good. Zena was like, hear me out. Why? I'm like, hear me out.
Yeah.
Is there a photo shoot I don't know about? And I was like, you valid, but you 100% right. Why?
Nah, but you know what this is? This is your Coachella. So everyone has that same thought for Coachella. I got to get in shape for Coachella.
Gotta get the Instagram pics.
Yeah.
Here's my other thing that I told Zena. I said, when I've noticed when I go on any type of work trip that's in a vacation place, like the last place we went to, I'm taking everyone's pic. I'm making sure they get that moment for their Instagram and social medias. And there's not one person
The
who's
social
taking
medias.
my pics. You
What
know
the
what I mean?
fuck are you talking
Not one
about?
friend. Remember I had to
Do I
ask
not
you?
exist?
Remember I had to ask
What are you
you
talking? Do you
in
remember
the
the photo
canoe?
shoot?
Remember in the see-through canoe? I told you, I said,
Well,
ain't nobody trying to take my fucking pic and
well,
help me out here.
the problem
And then
is
you
I'm-
pulled up the camera and you said, "Dear God." And I said, "What's that?" And you're like, "That's you, babe." And I was like, "Oh no."
listen. I have an artistic eye. Okay, so I gave you a little ocular pat down in the canoe. I go, this isn't your moment.
Yeah, because
No,
it was
I'm
my
a mean older
hunchback.
brother. Yeah. I'm a mean older brother. That's on me. But I feel like I find you just
No
didn't
one took
have,
my
You
pic.
didn't have.
I
No
wasn't
one
there. I
asked.
wasn't there. I
You
wasn't
didn't have
there.
that
I wasn't
moment.
You
there.
weren't
Oh,
there.
you're gonna find the picture.
No.
Nope.
Yeah.
No, I just want everyone
And
to
that's
know
fine.
that like I would have taken your picture.
No,
I just,
you wouldn't
I just
have.
wasn't there.
No. I remember
I
like
did a
when we
crazy
went
photo shoot for you in Bora Bora,
Bora.
like many
And
years
that's
ago.
because, yeah, I asked you to. And then I remember being like, "Can you take a picture of us in the pool?" And I noticed I look like a grandmama. I had like a big hat because the sun, and I don't wear like bikinis or even bathing suits. I wear full sleeves, long shirts. So I haven't had like hot girl moment, yeah, or like young. You know,
All right,
I'm
Maggie will hook you up
giving
this trip for
grandmama,
sure.
which is fine. But I'm also like too young to give grandmama.
At that time,
Especially at that time, and
Yeah.
now with my 2 young kids, like I want to be like,
you're ready.
fun,
Think about
cute
all the work
mom.
that we've been doing.
I know, but I got to get really cute bathing suits, and I don't know where to shop. Please
Yeah,
tell me
Megumi's
below where to
also
get.
panicking. She
I'm
doesn't know what to do.
panicking. I have like shorts, you know.
I'd say let's not be too concerned with getting the pictures. Okay, let's just.
Okay,
You're
but
working.
that's the when
we're-
everyone's like, "Hear me out. Why are we getting shredded for Hawaii?" Just
because
like,
why not? It's always good to set a
It's always
goal.
set-
It's nice
it's
for your brain to
nice.
be like, I gotta. This is for this.
Let's work hard for
Yeah.
this.
Instead of it's not short-term goals.
So-
I feel like are actually very beneficial because
Yeah.
there's like an end in sight. But you
Yeah.
don't have to make that the end. You know?
And
You
so
just
what I'm
can keep it
asking for is,
rolling.
will someone take the pic? It doesn't have to be you, but can you put out the word?
I think
Can you tell
Maggie's a
some-
very
Maggie,
good.
take
Maggie's a
pic?
very good photographer, and
Somebody take a
I'll
pic with me.
probably I'll step in for a couple.
I'm gonna get
But
a
it
spray
depends. It depends
tan.
on the situation. Okay, if you're trying to rock like a
Right.
bikini and then
No,
I don't
no,
really
no,
get. I don't
no,
really
no.
want those.
My butt shot.
Not my thing. Not my thing.
Not your thing.
Megumi, I think she would probably
Do you think
love
she
that.
would?
Yes, she would.
I'm taking hers. Like it's my goal in
Yeah.
life to get her gorgeous pic on that beach.
Right.
It's one of my goals.
Okay.
And then
That's
to
a
like
lovely
get her
goal.
pregnant.
All right.
Take us back to energy, Daryl.
Energy.
So how does this work? What is energy?
Well, so I was just thinking about how like the projecting thing, how a lot of the times like the things that we don't like in certain people, we have to just put a mirror up and go, is this just something I don't like about myself?
Yes.
And my
Yes.
shoulders were like super messed up, and she was cupping the shit out of my shoulders, and she was like, I think, which is a pretty general thing to say, but it resonated a lot, was that I carry a lot on my shoulders, and since I was a young child, been carrying a lot
Yes, kid
on
actor.
on my shoulders, and then just doing some work with Dr. Heidi, we like got to some inner child work, and it went right back to 7 years old when I started Spy Kids, when everything kind of went on my shoulders, and I'm going back to work, and I always have been wondering like what has been blocking me from going back to work. Like I want to go back to work, but then there's like a creative block or just an emotional block. And it's that when I go back to work this time, I don't want everything to go back on my shoulders. Bless you. See, there was some crazy energy there that you were like, "Me
She
either."
says when she does your emotions, she always sneezes. She's like, now you'll always notice it. And she did. She sneezed with me, and I was like, what the fuck?
I got no sneeze.
Well, I feel a lot.
She told me I'm emotionally balanced and I'm
Really?
still fixed from the first time. I go, you sure
Yeah.
I'm feeling
My
good?
neck
She's like,
is
"Yeah."
fixed, dude.
Yeah.
She goes through it, no pain. I was like, wow.
Ankle feels great.
Ooh,
Now
every
she's gotta
time she
fix my
cracks the shit
sciatica.
out of my neck, she's like, "Oh,
Yeah,
we'll
yeah,
get
yeah.
there."
But
Yeah,
yeah,
me
as
too.
a child, you were very young. And it was crazy because she
Yeah.
went through like, was he 5? Was he 6? Nothing. And then it's 7. And he was like, that's when I started Spy Kids.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like he had felt a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, it's just like it was just so crazy. What a crazy thing to happen to a 7-year-old. And
Yeah.
I didn't know what was going on. I was just having a blast. Like I was just having fun. But yeah, a lot of pressure, but just a lot of things put on my shoulders, and I've been carrying that throughout the years and doing the work along the way, but mentally I've been like blocking myself. So it's nice to like know what work I need to do and help myself. So when I do
And
go
the
back
good
to
news
work,
is, it's not all on you, baby.
well, no, I don't want to
I'm
put
here
stuff on your shoulders
too.
either.
Oh,
But
these shoulders are strong.
Yeah, now
I
you're
got
having a couple
big new
strong
boobies
shoulders. Yeah.
to hold them up.
whoa.
No.
Um,
Rocks. Yeah, you can do it for fun, you know?
yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. You have a beautiful life, and
Beautiful life.
then the acting
Beautiful,
is a
beautiful
bonus.
family, beautiful life.
Yeah,
Now we just got to tell the 7-year-old inside of you, it's okay
you're
now.
free.
Yeah.
You're free.
I got you.
What about a little
got you.
ayahuasca trip?
Ugh,
Huh?
I hate
I just
that
don't like
idea.
throwing up.
I don't want to ever puke or be trapped on drugs. I was talking to in my session yesterday. It's like you're with your buddies writing songs and then you just go off topic.
Yeah.
And we were talking about edibles and how spooky it is when you get when you accidentally take too many edibles and then you're like, I'm trapped. I think there should be, please someone invent this. You can have all the money. There should be like an EpiPen or something, like a shot or like you drink something and it's like, oh, you could be sober really quick again.
I mean, what that is just anxiety. So there is a thing called Xanax. It exists.
Well,
well,
don't
let's
But it's
say
very
that.
much
What's
Xanax.
wrong with you?
I read black pepper. Okay,
No.
let's
Oh,
promote black
really?
pepper. Yeah,
Oh.
if you
Oh,
choose
black
some
pepper.
if you choose some peppercorns
Or that.
you
Sorry,
apparently
man.
it like
Yeah, like when you take too many edibles and you're like, oh no, I really underestimated this. And then you're like at a restaurant and you're like, oh my God, remember I was at
Yeah.
a restaurant with you and my friend made me eat this cookie and I didn't know how much was in the cookie and she made me eat the whole thing because I like cookies. And then I could hear every fork be put down. I could hear everyone eating and I was like, I have to go.
Yeah,
You know, and you looked at me
overstimulated.
and you were like, go. My parents were there. I was like, you don't know what's happening. I gotta go.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know?
But yeah, I don't know. I'm just a lot like more. I feel, and I've always been trying to do this, and I'm feeling like I'm in a good place of always trying to connect the mind and body. I always felt like my mind and my body were two separate things, and I feel like they're getting more integrated, and just I'm feeling more in my body than in my mind. And very recently, I've noticed how before I always I love caffeine. I wanted to be like up and energetic. And now I'm like, oh, I want to be relaxed.
Yeah.
Like my goal is to be as relaxed as possible.
I'd love that for you.
Yeah. I'm trying to
I
lead
mean,
by
this guy was
example.
doing 9 espresso
I was doing a
shots.
lot.
9
doing a
shots
lot.
of
It's a bit
espresso.
much.
Now I'm down, dude. I'm down 1 cup of coffee
Yeah.
and now I'm into matcha.
Yeah. You're gonna feel a lot
Yeah.
better.
Been making some matcha. I'm
Yeah.
still on my 2 coffees. I
Yeah,
turned the
yeah, yeah.
second one into iced coffee.
I like a couple a day.
Just a couple. And then this one I never finished. I just sip on it for looks.
That's the move.
It feels
It's
nice.
cute.
It looks good.
This is good. I like this journey for Daryl. Relaxed
Thank you, yeah.
energy.
I need to learn that.
Yeah.
Why are you laughing? What you laughing?
What do you mean? What do you gotta learn?
How to calm down.
How to calm down.
I gotta
yeah?
calm down.
Like a little fire.
Especially, well, I'm just going all day, like, and then at bedtime.
It hits
It's
you
not
like
good.
a wave.
you're tired.
No, I turn alive. I can't turn off the buzzing. Like I literally tell him I'm
Really?
buzzing and he's snoring outside the blankets naked.
You ever sip a little chamomile tea?
Oh, I take melatonin. I take melatonin.
Try some herbs, dude. A little herbal tea.
Well, that's the other thing too, is like I'm trying to drink less before bed, like drink less water. I'm always like drinking a big fat ice Zevia or ice water
You
before
need
bed.
warm.
And then
Try a
I
warm cup of
always
tea
have
at 9
nightmares
p.m.
and I always have to wake up and piss. Yeah. Liquid.
Chamomile. It's 1 cup. It's not a giant bottle
Yeah,
of
a little
water.
tea.
Yeah.
Little-
Were you wired
I've
up?
been reading a book.
Oh, you have?
Mhm.
It's called Let Them by
Oh.
Mel Robinson.
Oh, dude, she's
Mel
so
Robbins.
hot in the streets.
She's so on the streets. I had to read it, but
Let
also,
them.
like Oprah was like, "This is the greatest book ever." This is what I was trying to say for 25 years on my show, and I was like,
Really?
"God, I gotta read this," and I love it. But everyone I've asked who's already read it is like, "Yeah, it like repeats itself a lot," and
Yeah.
I was like, "Yeah, I'm reading the same line over and over again." Of like,
But maybe that's a
and
trick
you know what?
Yeah.
Let
to
them. I think it
program,
is.
To
to
get you to-
program
I think
your
it's to
brain.
be like
Just let
really
them.
understand this.
Yeah.
But it's amazing. In the first like 4 pages, I was like, "Oh, got it."
What's
Keep going.
You let them.
you let them.
So you let them.
Let them.
And you like say dad says something silly
Yeah.
of like he doesn't like the choices I made or something.
Okay.
Like let him feel like that.
Yeah.
That's okay. You can't control others.
No.
It's the
Mm.
big like thing.
Yeah.
They're like, if you ever think you can control others, you cannot. Stop
No.
trying to. And that's I want to control everyone, and I want to control all the things that happen in my life, and I want to control other people's happiness.
Yeah, I feel like I'm in an AA meeting. That's like the majority of the thing.
Really?
Yeah, we just want to
Oh,
control
I want to
our
control
environment.
so
Like
bad.
I want it to be my way. And if it's not
Yeah.
going my way,
Then
I'm
it's the
miserable.
wrong way. Yeah.
So I'm gonna drink to be like, whatever.
Good for you. I was just like, I'll find another thing to fix,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
I'll just do it over here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I worry about your happiness. I worry about Justin's happiness. I worry about mom and dad. I worry
How?
about my kids because I have so much, and I'm like, I can fix them. You know what I mean? And my therapist and this book is trying to tell me, like, you can't
Yeah.
fix them. And I'm like, but I could try.
I need fixing.
I need fix. Let me fix you. Let me
What
help.
do I need fixing?
Well, I never want you to lift a finger. You know what I mean? I just
No,
want you to
dude.
live
What does
your
that
peaceful
mean?
life. And that's me clipping your wings.
No, dude.
That's what it is.
I loved the tour because it was an absolute grind. And I like, yeah, on my days off, I'm lazy, bro. I am the laziest person. But if you give me a mission to do, I'm gonna do that mission 110%.
Even that, I'm
Give it
like,
my
what can
heart
I
and
give him
soul.
a mission? Like, I'm like,
I'll find it. Something will pop up.
yeah,
Don't
I'm
worry.
like,
Don't worry about me.
I'm
It's
so
okay.
worried.
We got the podcast, and I'm doing the acting class. I'm learning a lot.
Yeah, Ryan
Something will
crushed
happen, dude.
acting class. My
You guys finally
goodness.
finished acting class, and you're never going back. Ah, I'm so excited
Why?
because he's so good. He should stay home.
Why are you so excited about that?
Because he promised he'll never go back.
But why? It's his
It's always like
craft.
it's.
What, you
I
don't
know.
support his craft?
No, it's
Don't-
gonna be
She
a
does, she does.
job. It's gonna be on
Yeah.
set
No,
somewhere.
yeah, I'm going to work.
But I see
It's gonna
people
be like
in there
in
that
Australia for like 3 weeks, and it's gonna be a whole thing. It's
the
gonna be great.
lead of Smile 2.
I know. I love
Smile
her.
3.
Yeah,
Smile 2 already happened. What?
What?
No, the lead art
The
friend
lead of Smile 2.
was
yes,
in acting
got
class.
it, got it,
Yeah,
got it.
was
Sorry.
in that class.
Energy.
I'm like the people.
Wake up, energy.
Sorry. I'm still
think you
rattled
find-
by
I
my
know, that was a
7-year-old
lot.
Yeah,
That was
niece.
big.
That was deep.
Maybe last one for a while. I can see.
I'm
that.
just
But
taking
let 'em-
I'm taking a little hiatus because we're going on a trip.
It's
Yeah.
just Thursdays happen to be my most busiest days. I don't know how
What
on my
happens on
schedule.
that day?
Like music video was one of them. And
Let the boy live.
Let the
him
boy
do-
live. Let the boy
People,
live.
Listen, I'm
in
good.
The, in
I
the
know. I
real
want to
world,
control
Listen,
everything.
the
No,
guy
no.
he goes here, girl might go there, and they're just sitting. Then
I know
they
that's the
meet
real
up at like
world.
7 p.m. and they go,
Ryan,
"How was
I-
your
We
day?"
work
I
hard to
came
be
to this on my
together.
own decision.
Okay.
No.
This isn't
Yes.
Megan. This was me. This last month was a little taxing
Yeah,
for
you
me,
got a lot going on.
and I wanna focus on some other things.
That's fine.
Do you know what's fun?
What?
My mind reader is
Whoa.
Oh,
out
congrats.
now.
New
Mimi
song.
Web song featuring me is out right now. I'm so excited. I love this song so much. Our friends Fede produced it, and Grant. We love Grant.
Super talented.
They do all my songs. They're super talented, and this song really came together. And both of my kids sing it. Little Barry could barely
wow.
speak, and he goes, "Margarita." And I'm like,
Margarita.
yeah. I'm like, what are you singing?
That's amazing.
But it's great. We're working on the music video now, so be patient with us. It is not ready to be seen, but you've already seen the looks on my social media.
True.
There is one look, and yeah.
I feel like this
It's a
all
great
happened
look.
so fast.
So
Didn't
fast.
you write
I
this
was
song
just like-
weeks ago?
Yeah, I was just writing songs for Mimi's project because they're like, we're wrapping it up. And I was like, okay, what about like a little pop, like what about a bang-a-ranger? And I was like, Daryl, you know me so well. Why can't you read my fucking mind? Because like sometimes you do and sometimes you don't. And he goes, I'm not a mind reader. And I was like, well, I wish you were. And then I wrote that song. And
Wow.
I wrote the chorus. And then our friend Cole came in. She's an amazing songwriter. I met her through Songland, the TV show, years ago. And then Mimi wrote this song with us too. And it was incredible. It was such a fun girls' day.
Nice.
And we were just laughing, having the best time cutting vocals. I got to cut her vocals. Oh my
That's
God.
crazy how some of this shit happens so
And then
fast.
her team is my team at Epic Records. And they were talking to me and they were like, we love it so much. We would love it even more if you featured on it. And I was like, oh my goodness, really? Like I was so honored and like shocked. I
Also,
never thought that'd be.
it's her first feature.
It's her first collab.
first collab.
Wow.
I mean,
I was like, are you sure, babes? Like you want me? And she was like, of course, babes, I love you. She's the most British ever. It's a wrap. Whenever she comes over, I'm like, I'm gonna be British all day now.
Yeah, that's what happens to you.
And it's such a bad British accent, but I do it.
That's fine.
Yeah. I love her, and she works her butt off, and
Margarita.
she's doing the most TikToks for the song, and I love it.
That's what you got to do.
That's what you gotta do. And so I'm gonna post more. My team's like, you did great. You posted like 3, and I was like, we need more.
Yeah, why not?
Why not? The more, the merrier.
Yeah.
Yeah. So check out my song, please. Check out Mimi's song, Mimi Webb.
And you're working on
She's
your
great.
own project as
I
well.
just started writing for me, and I'm so in my head. I'm in the
Yeah,
very
you are.
early stages
You're
where I'm in my
very-
head. I'm like, everything I do
Yeah.
is garbage.
Yeah.
You know? So it's really tough because I'm trying to outdo myself every time. And I was like, oh, that was really clever what I did then. How do I beat that? You know, it's very
Can't
hard.
imagine. Can't imagine. That's why I want to do acting. People give me shit to say. I don't want to
Right.
come up with stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Tell me who to be.
Tell me
You're
who to
like,
be.
you have a blank page.
I've
and
also,
you just got to make verse, chorus, verse, chorus, verse, chorus.
I'm also an actress. So
That's true.
That's right.
I'm an actress now.
Yeah.
Tell everyone you know, Meghan Trainor is an actress. And I'll prove it to you someday. That's all. But I've been telling everyone, I'm like, hi, how are you? I'm an actress.
Yeah.
Period.
You're a good actress.
I'm a
I
great
watched
actress.
it. Watched
You
the
really?
whole thing. So
You
good.
think I'm good?
So good.
I
I brought you
hope.
up in acting class yesterday.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lee was pretty fired up.
Lee, my acting coach.
Pop stars want to be actors. Actors want to be pop stars. The world keeps on
And the
spinning.
world goes
Yeah.
round.
What else can we do?
I started using Rakuten a while back after a friend casually mentioned it. And honestly, I wish I signed up sooner. I was already doing regular shopping at places like Sephora for skincare, Macy's, Adidas for workout gear, and even booking travel through Expedia, all of which are on Rakuten. So the fact that I could earn cash back just by clicking through their site before I shop, total game changer.
Rakuten is the smartest way to save money when you shop because you earn cash back at over 3,500 stores. We're talking fashion, beauty, electronics, home essentials, travel, dining, concert tickets, and more.
Your favorite stores like Sephora, Adidas, and Expedia all pay Rakuten to send them shoppers, and Rakuten then passes on a part of that payment to its members as cash back.
Cashback is deposited directly into your PayPal account, or Rakuten can send you a check. You can even maximize your savings by stacking cash back on top of other deals like store sales and coupons.
You're already shopping at your favorite stores, so why not save money while you're doing it? It's a no-brainer. Membership is free and it's easy to sign up.
Get the Rakuten app now and join the 17 million members who are already saving. Cashback rates change daily. See Rakuten.com for details. That's Rakuten. Your cash back really adds up.
Any whoosies.
But yeah, dude, you're very talented, man.
Me?
Yeah, you're just like, I'm garbage. This sucks. I suck. How do I do? I'm like, come on, take a deep breath. You have time. Okay.
Are you having fun yet?
Just have fun with the project.
Mm-mm.
You know?
No?
No.
Okay,
no,
we
you're
gotta
not.
get there.
I mean, I was having fun. I made a new best friend,
Mm-hmm.
Carol.
Mm-hmm.
How does she say it? Carol Addis.
Oh,
Carol Addis. On TikTok, check her out. Carol Ades. Her real name is like Caroline. But she is like my soulmate and my best songwriting buddy right now. And we wrote a fun song the other day. She's about being a hot girl, you know. So
that's what I met yesterday, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, she's cool.
she's cool.
really cool.
She
Very
her
cool.
artist project is amazing.
I got to check it out. Beyonce.
Oh,
You
yeah.
was that opening night? Was that the
Yeah.
first
I saw
night?
opening
before?
night of Beyonce, bitch. What?
wild.
With my bestie JoJo for her birthday. Not JoJo Siwa. Everyone thinks when I say JoJo, it's JoJo Siwa. I love JoJo Siwa. But JoJo Fetterman. We went for her birthday. We flew her in from New York and we went to Beyonce show. And it was at the SoFi. And it was so bizarre because it was an invitation to be like in a box for like a publishing company. And it was so cool. And we got to go like on a golf cart down underneath.
Whoa.
And then I was like, this place is so massive. Like, I've never been in a golf cart back here. Like, what is this? Why am I getting the royal treatment? And I looked through the rooms and I was like, oh, these are the dancers' rooms. And then I was like, wait a second. This is like, I'm going past like Beyonce's room. Like, I'm going. And then her security guard is my security guard. And he came out and was like, Megan. And I was like, David. did. And I got to say hi to him. And I
Oh,
was
I
like,
didn't know that. Nice.
oh my God, yeah. He saw me and lit up like he saw his daughter.
Oh,
And I was like,
man.
Dad!
I love
Like,
David.
I love David the security. And then we got driven to the box. It was unbelievable. I didn't take a step. And I
Wow.
was like, what's going on? And then, can I tell the story about after?
I think
It was
so. Yeah.
legendary. First of all, Chapel Roan was in our box, and I love her. And I said hello, and she said hi. And I said, my kid loves you. She was like, bring him to a show. And I was like, he's only 4.
But it might be
Why
Riley's
can't
first.
you bring him to a
Might,
show?
Yeah,
might
we
be
could do
Riley's
it.
first concert.
It's
Yeah.
so it's like concerts are late and loud. Who knows? He doesn't like concerts, but we'll see.
Let the boy live.
I know. I'm
There's
gonna
so
show.
many kids at
I'm
your
gonna show him
shows.
at Chapel Roan, but you know him. He doesn't like. Riley's
He
been
doesn't
to one of
know.
my shows. Yes, he does. He went to the cruise ship show. He was in the luxury of his own hotel room and a balcony.
I think
and
it's
watched
worse. He
from
could
above.
see all of it
He
from a
saw the
bird's
whole
eye.
performance and was like, he filmed it for me, and he was like, "Shh, be quiet!" Like he could not stand that
He
they
He
were
was so
doing it for
cheering.
young.
laughs.
Yeah.
He just
I
knew it was
don't know.
fun.
Dude, get
He
him some
literally-
headphones, chaperone. He knows
I
the
show him a
songs.
clip of a tour of a moment on tour, and he goes, "Hey, be quiet in there." And I'm like, "That's a
Be
phone."
quiet
Yeah.
in there in the phone.
But
maybe not,
exactly,
yeah, you're
yeah.
right.
So I don't know. We'll see.
Touche.
I'll bring him
Wait,
to Chapel
tell
Roan.
your
It'd be
Beyonce
great.
story.
Okay,
We gotta
so
go back.
when we leave, we were like, we didn't know if we should leave early to beat the crowd or like we got to see opening night. We got to see the whole thing.
Yeah.
So we stayed through halfway of 16 Carriages, which is the last one, and then we went to the elevator. Then the elevator took so long to get to us, and then when it opened, the guy was like, "Nah, you got to take the other one," and we were like, "God!" And then we took the other one, but it was all destiny timing.
Wow.
I say that because we get there, we get to our golf cart, and we notice someone's getting kicked out of the golf cart, and we were like, "What's happening here?" It was Kelly Rowland,
Whoa.
and it was Tina, Beyonce's mother.
Wow.
And I said, I was like, I think it's them. And then we get in the golf cart, and I was like, do we just take this from someone? We don't need a golf cart. Like I
No.
will walk my way
Yeah.
home. And then we drove by Kelly Rowland and Tina. And I was like, oh my God, what's going on? And I said, Kelly, did we take your car? And she was like, they're just doing their job. It's okay. And I was like, no, this isn't okay. And then Kelly was like, how are your kids? And I was like, big 2. I have 2 of them now. She's like, I know. That's why I said, how are your kids? I was like, you're the nicest lady there ever was of all
That's
time.
insane.
And Kelly Rowland reached over to JoJo. I was like, hi, what's your name? I'm Kelly. And she was like, I'm
Yeah.
JoJo.
Jordan.
Yeah, she was like, that was the nicest person I've ever met.
Wow.
So we stole her car. I feel terrible, but she was walking anyways to the big celebration that we got stopped at anyways.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, what's happening here? We're parked. There's a big crowd, big celebration. And we hear like, great job, Rumi. And I was like, that's Jay-Z. There's Blue, Ivy. They're cheering. This is the family huddle.
Yeah.
We are parked outside of the family huddle. And me and
Get
JoJo are
us
like,
outta here.
I was like, what the fuck are we doing? They were like, yay. Like,
Wow.
so crazy. We had no idea what we were doing there. They couldn't really see us, but we were watching and we were just like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
Why are we here? And we were like, yay, team.
That's so nice. They do like a family
It was so sweet.
celebration after the
Blue
show.
Ivy like had friends there. She works her butt off, dude.
Yeah.
And I was like, you're perfect. And then it gets really quiet. And they all look over to our golf cart and they go, come through. And me and JoJo go, oh, no.
Nightmare.
And they all like start leaving. We literally broke up the circle so they could let us through. And I was like, I've never wanted to dig deeper into a hole and hide. Like,
no, dude.
put me away. And we
No.
drove by and I was like, congratulations, everyone. Why am I here? And then David comes out and goes, hi, Megan. Bye, Megan. And I was like, bye, David. I love you, Blue Ivy. And then we went to our car and we were like, what the fuck is going on?
Wow.
It was the craziest.
Legendary.
Best
Craziest,
birthday for
best-
JoJo.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was like, happy birthday, JoJo.
Yeah.
You're good.
Yeah.
Oh, she was
This is
texting
it.
us for days afterwards. Being
Couldn't
like, was that
believe it.
real?
Was that? She was like,
Yeah.
were we in the family huddle?
That's so
believe it.
crazy.
They're
wow.
just like,
Successful night out.
it's the most successful. We drove by the dancers at the end. They were all like putting their outfit, like walking off stage. And I was like, that's the dancers. Oh my God. Like
Superstars, dude.
superstars.
Gotta go back
Anyways.
because we have a major update for you guys.
What?
Major update. Riley's pooping, guys.
Riley's
pooping.
pooping. You know
Nice.
why?
He's all
'Cause
fixed.
Mom and Dad left for a work trip and then he figured it out. What?
Well,
What's that mean?
I think it was what caused the trauma healed the trauma.
Yes. Us leaving?
Yeah.
Yes.
But he is,
Yeah, 'cause
it's like it never
also-
happened.
When we came back, he's been doing this new thing. He's just too smart for his age. He's like, I don't want you to go to your bed because then I'll be all alone. And I was like, oh no, you're me.
Yeah.
You're not all alone, dude. We are all here. And every time your heart beats, we are in your heart. That's me hugging you. He's like, that's you in there, and Rai Rai, and Kelly, and GT, and Justin, and Dada. And I was like, yeah, so many people love you, and so many people are in your heart, hugging your heart every time it beats. And he goes up to people like, are you in my heart? And I'm like, they're in your heart. Dude, he
That's
like now
magical.
it's so
That's
magical.
awesome.
I'm like, do you feel it? And then he puts his heart on me and I go, gung, gung. Like I
Yeah.
start popping my chest. He's like, I feel it. And I was like, that's you hugging me. And then he asked me, which is too advanced. We were saying something about, how we went to Hawaii once years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I went to Hawaii once with Dada. And he was like, where was I? And I was like, you're in half of me and half of him. And so now he says that if he wasn't there in the situation, he's like, was I in half of you and half of Dad? I'm like, mm-hmm.
What?
I was like,
Yeah.
you were in one of my eggs. And you know. And
His
he's
balls.
like, he goes, so I was an egg? I was like, mm-hmm. Like chickens make eggs. He goes, I was a chicken? And I was like, no. This is too complex. You were just in our hearts.
You were in a past life.
Yeah,
It
dude.
was a
I was
tough
like,
one. So
you
now
in
you're
here.
here.
Welcome. Yeah, he's just too smart. He's asking the good questions. 4 years old.
Trippy boy.
Trippy boy. But he's pooping and we're so
Where was
proud.
I?
Very grateful.
Where was I?
That's incredible. Wow. All that was magical. Beyonce, you're in my heart. Unbelievable. We've got a voicemail.
Life is great.
Life is beautiful. We've got a voicemail here. 661-491-4363. Give us a buzz. Working on a hotline.
Give us a buzz.
Hi guys, I love the podcast so much.
Another British.
I thought I would submit a question. So I met Meghan and Ryan in London, and I was actually Ryan for you in your tester photos for the meet and greet with my bestie. And
Test photo with Will.
that day was amazing. So Meghan, Kindly Calm Me Down has been a song that I turn to in tough times, and I'm a massive fan of it. It's such a great song. It's literally one of your best, but like all your music is amazing, really. And it really speaks to me, like when you need comfort and you're just overwhelmed and you need support off other people. So for all three of you, what kind of helps you get through moments of like sadness or anxiety, or maybe receiving like hate comments or any kind of negative thing that's affecting you? How do you support each other as a family when one of you is struggling or just having a bit of a rubbish day? And how do you kind of find motivation again to work on your goals as well? You know, people making comments about like what you look like and stuff, like how do you sort of keep going and just ignore the hate, basically? So yeah, hope you can answer that question. And you guys are all three of you are so talented and amazing. And yeah, I love you. Thanks. Bye.
Love you.
Her name is Lucy, by the way.
Lucy.
Thanks, Lucy.
I wish I could ignore it. I can't. And I know that I can't. So I talk about it out loud. I ask for help. Immediately, if it does hurt me, I say it fast. And I tell the closest person near me that's an adult, you know? I'm
Yeah, I feel like we all
"Help
check
me."
on each other.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't feel like you have many rubbish days.
No. But, well,
You never called me and been like, today was rubbish.
no. But I am my own worst enemy. So, you know, I got a little bit of the tour blues after the tour. You know, you go into a little tour blues. Yeah.
Did you really?
Yeah, because you're just like, you have something
Why
to do
didn't
every
you
day.
tell us in full detail?
Because it's not my
But
first tour, you know, with you. It's a beautiful life. So I understood like this too shall pass. We're okay. Like I know I just like, all right, yep, this is pretty standard. I'm gonna feel a little down. Also, when you talk to everybody on tour that works with the tour, whether they're doing anything, you know, they're always like, oh yeah, right after a tour, like I'm just depressed because it's like constant fight or flight every day, you know,
Yeah.
because you're traveling, show,
I was-
excitement.
I was so happy when I got home.
Yeah.
I was like, my bed.
No, there's that.
yeah.
Obviously, they're like, oh yes, my bed, but then it sets in of like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
What am I
I
doing?
was on such a high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think when you go to those places often, you're able to come out of them because you know they end. So you just know that it's not forever. Meditate more. But yeah, if I'm feeling bad, I just meditate more and then use, just be more positive. But I luck out in life where I don't there's no like hate comments, like, I mean, I'm sure there are.
Yeah, I don't see them.
I just
Yeah,
don't,
I'm
I
not
don't, I
going
don't
We
looking
don't
look
for
see.
them.
for
We
them.
don't look for
I'll tell you
hate.
what,
We don't
I
see.
don't
We
look
see
it
love.
for it.
Megumi will find some from time
Well,
to
she
time.
will. Yeah.
Oh, it's just bad jokes.
Oh, I don't like
But
that.
we address them. We laugh at them and say
Mhm.
it doesn't matter.
That's right.
What's really helpful, especially in our marriage, is near the end of the day we get really tired, and then that's when we have to go like full parent mode of like, okay, bath time and bedtime, and like we have a schedule and a routine, but it's exhausting. So we
Mhm.
always check in, like, what percentage you at?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the percentage thing. Yeah.
That's great.
I think it's really important because we all know ourselves the best. So, like, the meditation is really good, at least for me, because whatever's going on, good or bad, you just kind of sit with it and you can really pinpoint, what it is you're feeling. I think it's important to kind of label and identify. To label and identify the feeling, and then kind of just like see where that lies
But
in your body. Back to
if
the
you're
energy
listening,
thing.
you're like, ugh, I just can't meditate.
Yeah.
Same, bitch.
Yeah.
Same.
Meditating's not for everyone.
I can't
You can go for a
because
walk.
I don't
I
want
went
to
for a
face all
walk
my
the other
dark
day.
thoughts. I don't want to. If it was
Getting
like,
in nature
hey,
is
you get a
good.
guarantee. Yeah, we've been going on family walks and it's
Yeah.
been the best.
Walks are really phenomenal.
That
Even
makes me feel
solo
so much
dolo, you go on
better.
a solo walk, you can get a lot processed out
Mhm.
there.
Yeah. I love FaceTiming people. I FaceTime you and get all my bitch out.
Yeah. I
We
get a
talk
lot of,
that talk.
yeah.
Yeah.
I FaceTime you, I FaceTime mom, FaceTime Alex, my sister-in-law. You guys are my best friends. I think I called all three of you last night
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
in that
talking,
order.
asking for help is really important.
Get my bitch out.
Get your bitch out,
Get your bitch
you
out.
know,
And therapy once a week and antidepressants.
Yeah.
if you can.
Yes.
Yes, if you can.
Write out all your bad thoughts on a piece of paper and then crumple it up, throw it away. Burn it. Yes. That's actually a
Alright.
really good one. Lucy, check that one out. Thank you for calling. We got another caller here. 66149143363. Working on a hotline.
Hi guys, my name is Tori. I'm calling from Tampa, Florida. I just wanted to ask if you guys have any advice for major life transitions. I graduate from college May 10th, and I am going to be trying to work on it in the real world, and it's honestly nauseating. So any advice, I would love to hear it. Thank you so much.
Here we go, Tori from Tampa.
God, we are the worst people to ask.
Follow your
No, we're
dreams,
not,
Tori
dude.
from
Okay,
Tampa.
sorry.
We had drastic changes in our life.
We
Follow your
did.
dreams.
You left Cape Cod, moved to Nashville by yourself.
Yep.
Was that not like terrifying?
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you talking about? You got this.
And I made some mistakes, and then I wrote all about that bass. And
Yeah.
then good things happen when you do things that scare you.
Yes,
Yeah.
you jump out of your comfort zone. I went to
Yeah,
college in
scary.
Florida, hated it immediately, and kind of just dug my toes in. Lasted about 3 years, and I made some lifelong friendships there. But yeah, like going from small town Cape Cod to Tampa, Florida, felt like a giant city to me. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
And then going from there to Los Angeles, I was, oh no.
Oh no.
It takes an hour to get from one part of town to the other part. This is one city. I am fucked. Moving to LA was terrifying.
I still don't know where anything is.
Yes.
And you don't have to.
We've been here for 10 years.
10 years, I don't know where shit
But
is.
every time we have jumped out of our comfort zone to be somewhere and to be uncomfortable and powered through, beautiful things have happened.
That's very true.
D-Money, I know you've had
I was like,
plenty of.
and?
I mean, I just do things that scare me, but I know that it's gonna be okay eventually. It's like this. You just have to kind of have trust that you're gonna be okay.
Yeah.
Even though it's scary in the moment, you don't know what's on the other side waiting for you.
Yeah. Aggressive slam on the desk.
Didn't need that.
Yeah, the Timeless tour, I was petrified to DJ. I was like, I don't know how to do this. But I was like,
I was petrified for you as well. And turns out you're amazing. I was like, I was
turns out
trying not to step on your toes or like bug you because I know
you were
I always
actually
bug
very
you.
chill about it.
Because anytime I would try, you're like, yeah, and I was
I
like,
would fire.
ha. I was like, okay, I hear and feel the boundary, so I'm gonna step back.
It's like,
And I'm
trust
so
me,
glad
bro.
I did. Yeah,
I got this. But I was
the
just
last time
lying.
was the last time. I think it was for your personal tour too. Tour too. There was the moment you called me dad. You were like, "Oh, you sound like dad. Just keep asking me about my set." And I was like, "All righty then, I'm done."
That was very unnecessary and mean. What that was my
No.
insecurities of like, I'm gonna fail. I'm gonna fail. I'm gonna fail.
You and Justin won't let me help you. I love
know. But it was also
You have to
it. Be
just
strong.
let them.
Let them.
But for the Club Crystal, I was like, it's all on me now. I can't just like fall back on baby sis and be like, well, at least you get to enjoy, no, this is my show. It's not like, Megan will be up here soon enough, It was like, Chris will be up here soon enough, but then I had to go back out there. So I couldn't just be like.
It wasn't like, I'm done.
Yeah. Wasn't like 15 and I'm done for the night. But it worked out very well because I just powered through that discomfort and turned that discomfort energy into
success.
Success and power
what was the
and
amazing
excitement.
quote that Bella gave us?
Bella, our trainer, Malibu Bodies on Instagram. No,
Shoot.
we don't go to Malibu to work out.
Yeah,
She comes to our house. Everyone's like, dude, you go to Malibu? I'm like, no.
I mean, it wasn't her quote. I think she was quoting somebody else, but she said, just because you want something
doesn't mean you deserve it.
You deserve it.
Yeah.
You have to earn
Boom!
You have to earn it.
Yep.
I told Riley that because he was like, I want a Smurf stuffy because he has all these
He
characters.
loves Smurfs now. Now we're into Smurfs.
Now we're into Smurfs. And he's like, I really want a Smurf stuffy to sweep with. And I was like, ooh, just because you want that doesn't mean you're going to get it. You have to like work for it and like do good things. He's like, well, what do I do? And I was like, what can we do? He said himself, he goes, I could poop every day. And I was like, that would be amazing. And then you could earn that just from pooping.
Yeah. My
was
dream.
like, yeah, you could listen to your body. That'd be so nice.
But he is doing so great.
Thing.
He'll be playing and he'll be like, "Oh, my body says I have to pee. Will you watch my stuff?
Yeah,
I'll be right back."
he's peeing on his own.
Yeah,
so
I'm
cool.
like, you're like 8.
They grow so fast.
They grow so fast.
And Barry.
My favorite recent clip was Ben Affleck and his 13-year-old son looking at shoes at some like complex event or some shit, and they're just like $6,000 pair of Jordans. He's like, I want these. He goes, what? He goes, come on, we got some money. He goes, I'm rich. You're not rich. What you want though? Like those are very expensive. Sure, if you want something that'll benefit your life, I can help you. But $6,000 pair of Jordans, dude. Yeah, it's like get to work. You're gonna have to work about 10,000 hours to get those shoes. I like that.
Oh, I love
that.
Cool. That's good. Yeah.
I don't understand the Jordans yet.
I mean, I like.
He loves.
Mine are like
them.
100 and probably $150 for Jordan 1s.
The Crocs I get because like each Croc is like themed, Cars themed
Finish the
Crocs
sentence.
and stuff. But the Jordans, I just don't understand what's so special about the Jordans.
They're collector items for people.
It's just like your
like if they
special
came out at
Crocs.
a certain
Jesus
yeah,
Christ.
but they're not $6,000
the Crocs.
Crocs.
I understand.
They're $40 Crocs.
See, that's like a whole different world.
Yeah, it's like a thing.
Okay.
Yeah, no, people are like sneakerheads, like to the max.
Respect.
No,
just don't get it.
Yeah.
I love you.
I love you.
I love you so much, Daryl and Megan. I think, I think we did it, dude.
Did we do good? How long has it been?
It's been long enough. It was a beautiful podcast. I can't think of anything else.
Working on energy.
Working on energy. Last thing though, hot in the street. Now we are far too late to be talking about this, but 100 men versus one gorilla. No weapons, no weapon. 100 naked men versus a silverback gorilla.
Naked.
Who wins?
Silverback gorilla.
Yeah, the gorilla.
I don't know.
What do you
100 men. Think about all the brain power. A gorilla,
but
a gorilla's stamina is not that long, dude. They can wear that gorilla out.
But also
100 men.
100 men. You said think about the brain power. Men are dumb.
Men are dumb.
Okay.
One smack.
100 human brains.
He could smack like 4 at a time.
Yeah. But I'm sure he takes down 80, but those last 20 will take care of him.
You see the AI TikTok that was like, 50,000
Yeah,
men
yeah,
and
yeah.
like 6,000 gorillas. Gorillas win.
Yeah.
I always will
I'm going
bet
with
on the
100.
gorilla.
Yeah.
I know.
They're too
There's
strong.
there was a video of this guy that was actually in like Africa on a, where they walk through the
Oh,
jungle and they could see.
that's my fear.
And he looked at the guy that does it all the time. He goes, "Hey, the 100 men versus a gorilla." He goes, 4 men. He goes, 4.
Can take down a gorilla?
Yeah, I was like, that's insane.
No, they
But
cannot.
trickery.
I know.
don't
100
trickery.
that is a lot of
You just have
men.
to burn out their stamina.
Stamina.
Dude.
Yeah, you have to wait till they're tired.
Brute force, but for how long?
I wish AI could make it
Yeah, like the most
make it
realistic
accurate.
AI.
It's terrible.
Are you watching rehearsal season 2 yet?
Yeah, but I haven't watched the second episode.
Okay. Second one's good.
Yeah.
He falls asleep every time. I don't know what he's talking about. He falls asleep.
I already saw it.
every night.
I already saw it because you fell asleep the first night.
Oh,
So you
thank
were
you, friends
watching
and
it again
family, for listening and watching the podcast. We got to go before this little battle continues.
Love you.
Check you next week.
Bye.